What's happening, guys? We're back here again today for another video. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'd like to start this video by giving everybody a huge thanks. Once again, highly appreciate all the kind words and positivity. As you guys know, definitely reached a pretty solid accomplishment introducing the Audi RS3 to the channel. So really appreciate all the positive feedback, guys. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for being here today. Now, as for our topic on today's discussion, guys, today is going to be a slightly different type of video. So I want to go ahead and give you a fair warning that this one might get a little spicy. Now, before we go ahead and dive all the way in, let me go ahead and provide you guys with a brief disclaimer. The intended purpose of this video is to help provide a realistic approach on how to set and achieve personal goals. Everything expressed in this topic of discussion is simply based off my life experience. I'm not here to funnel anybody into any BS passive income courses or any multi-level marketing nonsense. This is strictly based off personal experience, and I hope by the end of this video, this helps provide some useful guidance and perspective. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. So first things first, guys, you're gonna have to start off with some type of goal. Now, when I was 25 years old and I just started off making videos, putting out content, just the early days of starting a channel, I was 25 and the car I started with was an Audi A3, which was a great car. I'll be sure to leave a link right up here just in case you want to check out that build series. A lot of great, exciting information, so be sure to check it out. When I was 25 and had that A3, I told myself that I was setting a goal that by age 30, I would be in an Audi RS3. As you guys know, if you've been following the latest content, you'll see that I recently revealed an Audi RS3 on the channel. Again, this is something that I have been working towards for a very long time, so I can't say how much I appreciate all the continued support, guys. It really means a lot, and I really do appreciate all the positivity. So in my opinion, a realistic outlook when it comes to setting goals is to not try to go all out when it comes to every single possible category with whatever hobbies or interests you might have. For example, maybe your thing is mountain biking. Cool, so that being said, you're probably going to cut back in many of your lifestyle costs in order to support your interest of mountain biking. So for me, my thing being cars, I'm obviously going to make a lot of decisions to cut back other lifestyle choices to be able to fund what it is that is important to me for cars. So in simple terms, the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is you can't always have it all. So what you're going to have to do is narrow down that specialty category, and you're going to have to make the appropriate lifestyle adjustments to support that. So once you've established your goal, the next thing you're going to have to do is formulate a plan of action. So a big part of this step is not just simply figuring out what you should be doing, but more importantly, figuring out what you're not going to do. This means that before you even think about trying to increase your income, you're going to have to reduce as much unnecessary spending as possible. Let me go ahead and take some time to provide a few examples. Guys, I'm talking about fancy clothes, watches, jewelry, fragrances, going to Starbucks every day, taking vacations, going out on the weekends, wasting your time at parties and going to bars, pointless subscription plans that you don't need. I'm talking about your Netflix or Hulu, just unnecessary consumption. My rule of thumb when it comes to subscription plans, if the product or service I'm paying for does not add value to the production or creation of content, then I'm not going to buy it. So while all these things that I'm mentioning seem completely normal, you got to face the reality that they're going to drain your finances. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to want to do a detailed breakdown. You're going to want to write everything out, get that list going. You're going to identify where you're losing money. You want to try to trim the fat, cut out any unnecessary spending. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to figure out how much money that you can allocate toward funding these new goals. So whatever that happens to be, again, I've used the example. Maybe you're passionate about mountain biking. Maybe you're into cars. Maybe you're into photography or, camera, video production related equipment. Whatever the case may be. So you're going to have to make some pretty serious decisions here as far as cutting out these unnecessary lifestyle expenses in order to pursue whatever your goals are. So once you've eliminated all the parasitic draw on your wallet, you can start closing the gap on what stands between you and the car or whatever it is that you're trying to save up for. So look, here's the deal. I can't tell you what to do that's going to make you the money. That's on you to decide how you're going to make that happen. But if you set your sights on the goal and stay disciplined and focused, it eventually will happen. I can't stress it enough, guys. The purpose of this video, I'm just trying to give you some general perspective and guidance on making the right decisions to put yourself on the path to reach those goals, whatever the case may be. Could be a house, could be a car, could be a career. Maybe you're trying to pursue your hobby and make it into your career. All of these different things. You're going to have to be very focused. You're going to have to be very disciplined. You're going to have to get organized, and you're going to have to devise and follow a plan. Unfortunately, you're not going to wake up one day and have your dream car magically spawn in your driveway. It's just not how it's going to be. So a lot of this stuff, guys, it's really going to come down to how focused are you? Are you going to be able to maintain the motivation? Do you have the drive? Do you have the discipline? Are you willing to make those lifestyle adjustments to get yourself on track to accomplishing these goals? At the end of the day, there's a million different pathways you can take. Not all of us are going to have the same starting point, so you're going to have to get creative, you're going to have to get resourceful, and you have to find a way to get the job done. So looking down the road years ahead, let's say you stay focused, you stay motivated, you're able to devise and follow that plan, you're making the right lifestyle adjustments to keep yourself on track, and you finally accomplish whatever it is that you had set your goal to be. At a certain point, you're always going to face some pushback from negative naysayers that oftentimes are going to envy whatever it is that you have, or you're going to have people that are going to be very resentful, and they're always going to try to make you feel a certain type of way about whatever it is that you might have accomplished. So unfortunately, guys, what often ends up happening is you start to finally reach that level of success that you've been working for all these years, and that success ultimately will expose the failures of those around you. And that's just going to have to be on them. At the end of the day, guys, if they chose to go out and spend $80,000 on a useless degree and you decided to work 2 jobs and keep your nose to the grindstone and keep crafting your skill set and leveling up, hey man, that's on them. If the negative naysayers happen to be going around, they're wasting their time and money, going to bars, getting hammered on the weekends, all these ridiculous, unimportant, non-income producing activities, that's on them. They're going to have to face the reality and recognize that what they're doing is not making them any sort of progress. If we're living a minimalist lifestyle, we might have one specific hobby or interest that we gravitate towards. So ultimately, we're going to have to trim the fat. We're going to have to take that minimalist approach and really make sure to allocate any additional saving to keep ourselves moving in the right direction towards reaching these goals. So again, guys, if other people want to be negative, naysayers, shutdown artists, whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, they're just going to have to live with it. And ultimately, our success in many ways will expose their failures. If people are mad that you're driving a nicer car and living in a nicer area, listen, all comes down to choice. If other people want to waste their money on parties, going to bars, ridiculously expensive vacations, spending money on useless degrees, that's on them. Cry me a river, bro. Listen, I don't even have a degree. I'm not gonna let that stop me from achieving what it is I want out of life. Don't let society make you feel insecure about not having a degree. That's ridiculous. Despite not having a degree, not having the best career pathway, I still managed to hit my goal that I had set for myself when I was much younger. I told myself by 30, this is where I was gonna be, and I managed to make it happen because I chose to make a lot of sacrifices along the way. Listen, guys, I know people like to talk. One of the biggest problems in life is so many people are always making the mistake of comparing themselves to others, but don't let the negative naysayers get you down. Don't let people make you feel insecure about not having a degree. Hey, like I said earlier, I told myself at 25, I was going to reach this by the time I was 30, and it still came to fruition through motivation, hard work, and determination. So if I can do it, you can do it. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's semi-rant video, guys. Once again, thank you so much for all of your continued support. I really appreciate the positive encouragement. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what your thoughts are as far as chasing goals, looking at finding a way to get the job done, work the problem. Always curious to hear your thoughts and feedback. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.